Good evening, Commander. Sorry, I had a bit of a YouTube nightmare there, so if you are here waiting for that to start, I'm so sorry for the delay. I had a bit of a YouTube moment. I thought I'd try streaming to Twitch as well, and it didn't really work. So it was all a bit of a disaster. Nothing worked properly, and I'm very, very, very sorry for that. But we'll get into it. We'll get into it. So, it's kind of thrown me a little bit. That's I've lost the plot. Totally lost the plot. I don't know what I'm doing now. What are we doing? Right, catching up. There we go. So the first thing I wanted to catch up with, I had my first experience of a fleet carrier. So what you're seeing now is the inside of a fleet carrier. This is pre-recorded. This isn't live. The video anyway. I'm live. And it was quite interesting because I've never really done that before. I've never been on that fleet carrier thing. That was all new to me. Why can't I? Not sure why I can't put my face on there. not that you want to see my face, right? That's how that works.
I love this whoop 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 whoop.
I don't know how to make a copy of my face and then stick it on there. So apologies for my lack of faith. Yeah, so bit of news. So Distance Worlds kicked off last week, and I was due to be on this fleet carrier. This is the DSEV Distant Suns, one of the fleet carriers heading out into the black for the Distant Worlds 3 expedition. I believe there are around 8,000 players registered for that now, which is quite a stunning number of people. It would have been more, of course, if console players were if it was still popular on console, but it's split in 2020 maybe. So what you're seeing now is the fleet carrier jumping, and I'd never seen that before. I'd not been on the fleet carrier when it did that because I missed it. I literally missed the bus. I was hooning around the system and it left, and that was okay. But what it meant was I then had to do about 200 jumps to catch it up, which took me about 16 hours in real time. I didn't use a neutron star boost jump thing because I was scared, so I was doing a 50 light year jump at a time. That was kind of it. And I didn't catch it up for a while. So that was interesting, but the cool thing about that was I got a load of first discoveries on planets, and sorry, not planets, on systems. So as I was travelling, I was scanning the systems and using the full spectrum scanner. So my name is officially in the game. One of my things on the bucket list is crossed off because one of the things on the bucket list was to have a first discovery of a system, and actually I got quite a few because I was travelling quite a long way. So that was really great, and I really enjoyed that. A couple of other firsts that I knocked off. I did xenobiology, so that was cool. The reason my character was clapping there, is because I hadn't really realised that to get the fleet carriers across the galaxy for the Distant Worlds 3 expedition, it hadn't occurred to me that a real human being has to give up their time to plot the coordinates every jump. So thank you so much, Distant Worlds 3 team. Your organisation has been absolutely mind-blowing. There's so much going on, and you wouldn't think a video game could have that much going on, but it can. Anyway, so I got back on the fleet carrier, did a bit of other stuff, and sorry dude who got shut out the elevator then. Did a bit of other stuff, travelled around a bit, you know, just did that kind of stuff. That was cool. I really enjoyed. To be fair, I did actually really enjoy traveling on the you know, just myself. So much so, I think I might possibly come back from the Distant Worlds 3 expedition on my own. That's what I'm currently thinking. Which, you know, on a number of levels, that's quite scary. But on one level, the Distant Worlds 3 expedition missing the bus has given me quite a lot of confidence to actually do that, which I'm chuffed about. So, so there was that. The other thing that happened, I've got another bit of video to show you if I can find it, was that where is it? Oh, blimey. Once again, I let myself down, don't I? Hold on. Sorry, I couldn't see the thing. So the other bit of video that I wanted to show was the planet Monde de la Mort, but it seems to have vanished. Oh no, there we go. Here we go. Will that play? There you go. So what you're seeing now is Monde de la Mort, the planet of death. Now the reason it's the planet of death is because that blue stuff you can see in the sky is the tails of a white dwarf, and the planet circles in an elliptical fashion around that white dwarf.
I stepped out for a second. Didn't go around like that. It's a bit more. It's high temp, but if you go for a walk, you might die. Yeah. Do you know, guys, White Planet is permit locked for some other mate? It's just last night, several people were told it's fine and died and complained.
So yeah, that's the beaming around.
We're in the Spoiha XE-X D2-9 system, landed on body A1. We're on foot.
I just missed my ship. I waited for the neutron star to pass over, which you'll see shortly. It does kind of go overhead and pass. There's big whooshing noise and stuff like that. And then I couldn't get my ship.
Haha, I burned out in a death race, but that was spectacular.
So I'd asked for my ship to come back.
Not sure how. It tells you it's unsafe on the disembark button, and your health starts dropping immediately. Star showed up on a horizon at closest point, and that made me tripping.
Even though I was on the FleetCom private group server, then that was probably my fault. So it probably landed on the wrong place.
It's 730k where I am, so it must be in a cooler spot as health doesn't
Turn the
immediately
mic
plummet.
down, haven't I? Turn my mic down,
Huge
not the
distortion.
music and stuff off the video. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, Monde de la Mort, the planet of death. That was quite interesting, quite exciting. So yeah, I knocked off a few firsts. I knocked off a first fleet carrier jump, being on the fleet carrier, which was quite exciting. First time I've been on a fleet carrier, to be honest, other than I've tried docking at one before and there was no services, nothing worked. But with the Distance Worlds 3, I could get onto the fleet carrier, and we jumped across the galaxy, which is really, really cool. I'll show you where it is in a minute. Thank you, whoever's here. Oh, you're gone. So there was someone here. Yeah, so it was all good, really. And I got my first footfall on a few planets. I did my first xenobiology. I did my first, first discovery of some planets. That was really cool. I've always wanted that. And I got a few. You know, it wasn't just one. There was quite a few little systems. One of them was really big, actually. It had like 30 planets and stuff in it, which is cool. And the other first I eventually managed to pull off was a neutron star jump. I've always had problems with it, and I think one of the reasons I've had problems with it is I didn't understand the difference between a white dwarf and a neutron star. There is a difference, folks. So a white dwarf has a massive exclusion area around it, and you can't fly towards where you normally would to do a neutron star boost. So that was part of my problem. Whereas with a neutron star, you can fly a little bit closer towards the centre and then scoop into the tails. But really beautiful Monde de la Mort, the planet of death. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning, in fact. So that was all that. That was all good fun. There was a bit of play there. If I left this to keep playing, there's a point where I blow up, of course, because I couldn't get my my ship back, so I decided to unalive my character in game. So that was cool, because there was no other choice really. That was that. Yet more incompetence from moi. There we go. So I shall kind of stop that now, I suppose. I suppose I better, am I? I don't know. Did I? Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? Trying to work out OBS, trying to work out all this stuff. I'm still struggling. I think if I shut that, it will show me. Maybe. No. Yes. There you go. That's me. Where's the game? Oh, really? There we go. There's the game. Don't know where I've gone. I was there and now I'm not. OBS, my lovely. What are you doing? Where's my camera gone? Just vanished, hasn't it? I'm having nothing but technical difficulties tonight. It's been a mare, quite frankly. Am I resizing the right thing? How do I bring that to the front? Move to top. Doesn't work. Brilliant, OBS, thanks. Brilliant. Oh my god. Why? I had this all set up. I practiced earlier today. I got it all working. I thought we're good to go, and it's just messed up again. And I don't understand why it does it. It's great YouTube again, isn't it? Once again, brilliant. There we go. There's me. I was trying to get me on there because I'm a narcissist. There we go. There we go. We got that on. We got the game on. Don't know whether you can hear the game. I can't hear the game. Why is there no game audio? Did I mute it? I did mute it. There we go. So let me get the game audio back on. There we go. ED Copilot is going to be running in a minute. She'll start saying rude things. The profanity filter is off. I've decided to leave it off. I quite like it. She amuses me. I'm going to jump into the private group session on FleetCom. So 13,807 people on FleetCom. We can't see them all at the same time necessarily. It's not really how it works. But there we go. So what else do I need to do? Oh, ED Copilot. I'll put ED Copilot on in a minute. ED Copilot is the third-party app from Razafrag, which is fantastic. I'm still trying to work it out, although I got some really lovely help today. So Rox06 or Rox06 out in the States, if you're watching at all, at any point, thank you so much for all your help today. Trying to get audio settings and stuff worked out. It's been amazing just to have that bit of assistance and help. Really, really, really appreciated it. It's been really, really helpful. So that was amazing. What was I doing? ED Copilot. Right, let's boot up ED Copilot. She will give me a load of grief probably. I might have to mute her.
Starting ED Copilot main process. Please stand by.
Because she can be quite loud. That's not ED.
Copilot process is starting.
I quite like it though. It's kind of fun. Quite like ED. So here she comes. I think I might have muted her because obviously if you're trying to stream, she's quite loud. So we'll see in a minute. I'll just let that start up. And at the moment, I'm just this is the fleet carrier, so I'm just stood on the fleet carrier. There's Edie Copilot. So she will boot up and go on my other screen, hopefully. I won't be able to see anything. I won't be able to see the live stream or your chat. I'll have to put her in a little box all of her own. There we go. Got her own little box. There we go, Edie. Let's make your box a little bit bigger. Could do with 3. I don't know how people organise all their screens. It's quite hard, isn't it? I've got 2 screens. I'm running a dual monitor. And I can never quite get things set up where they should be. I don't know whether that's a Windows thing or an incompetent old man thing. Probably a bit of both. But I kind of want that in there. And now it just moves. There we go. That's what we want. There we go. So I've muted Edie. Bless her. She's lovely, but she does make a bit of noise. So we'll kind of mute her a bit. And I'm going to put my YouTube up so I can see if this is working. Can't tell if my video's on because of the lag. YouTube lag is always great. I have a viewer. Hello. It tells me I have problems with my streaming, and then it tells me I've got good. I don't understand that. Like, how does that work? It's working though, isn't it? Yeah. So there we go. We will have a wander around the fleet carrier. So on the fleet carrier, you've got Pioneer Supplies. You can trade in your xenobiology stuff. Sorry, not xenobiology stuff. You can buy stuff from the Pioneer Supplies, but of course she's completely out of anything decent because there's 5,000 odd players grabbed all the stuff. So you can only get like the grade 1 suits. I have all the suits. I don't need any. And the same with weapons. There's no grade 2, grade 3, nothing like that. So it's all grade 1 stuff. So that's, that's okay. And then on the other side, you've got your xenobiology stuff where you can trade in your xenobiology things. Is it this side or is it further up? Can't quite remember. Got a bar. There's all the good stuff. All the good stuff. There's the bar. You can trade with the barmaid. That's nice. And there was a Meta Elite thing with the barmaid. Hello, viewer. Whoever my viewer is, can you feel free to stick something in the group chat? It'd be lovely to say hello. Always nice to have someone live. This is the xenobiology trade-in at Genomics. I've done mine. I've flogged them. I'm not going to do anything there. I don't really have a plan, actually, for tonight. I did play for about 3 hours yesterday. I was glad I made it back onto the fleet carrier because I was away for work on Wednesday and Thursday, which would have meant I'd got really far behind the fleet. So it's great to at least be able to jump on the fleet carrier, have them ferry me across to where everyone else is. So I don't really have a plan of what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to have a look at Meta Elite, see if there's any missions on there. Maybe pick one of those up. I got a bit confused with Meta Elite, so I thought there was a mission to land on Monde de la Mort, the planet of death, and I did that. But I did it on a different PC. I did download Meta Elite onto that PC, but it wouldn't sync. I presume because it needed the log that's on this PC. That was a bit of a shame. So I think I've messed up Meta Elite somehow by doing that because I didn't have the right login stuff. So I need to have a look at what Meta Elite says and see if I can grab something. It's saying I've done 2 of the missions from Othon von Salzer. Meta lens update and configuration I've done. I've done meta lens initiation. I missed the meta lens activation, unfortunately. I've done the one from the bartender, one of them. But I don't know what happened to the one on the Monde de la Mort. It just vanished. It was there and then it just wasn't. So I've done a bunch of them. But obviously we're out of the system for some of them now. I'm miles away, and I think because I didn't do the first missions, I may have missed them completely, if that makes sense. So I don't quite. Oh, there you go, Monde de la Mort. It's there, but I've done it, and it's not counted it. It says our first destination is the world of death, otherwise known as Spoihe XEX D2-9. I have been there. I've done it. I don't want to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. Sorry about that. Silly Met really. It's my fault. I shouldn't have done it on another system. It was a bad idea. But there you go. So that was all on the other screen. So I'm sorry I'm looking away from the camera. It's just two screens, isn't it? And that's what you do. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Pilots Federation promotion to mostly directionless. Woohoo! That's my first bit of exobiology stuff. That's nice, and it's good money. The exobiology stuff, if you want credits, it's actually really, really good money. Using something like ED Copilot, it's really useful because she points out when you're near a system or stuff like that. So she really, really, really is helpful. Massively, massively helpful. So ED Copilot, hugely recommended. I have now donated, even though I'm broke and have never got any money. I have donated to Razafrag. I didn't do the Patreon. Sorry, Razafrag, but Patreon just screws my brain. Quite frankly, I can't cope with it. So yeah, I donated, did that. That was nice. So I'm not sure what my plan is really. We've got until tomorrow here. Let's show you where we are. So the system we are in at the moment is this one, and we're next to Colonia almost. So this is where we're at. There are some ringed planets over here, and I don't know what's on there. It might be worth doing a bit of mining possibly, but that's quite boring to watch probably. So I think what I'd really like to do is do a bit of xenobiology. I'm going to have a look at ED Copilot and see if she's got any information on xenobiology. I'm not always quite a bit stupid at trying to find stuff. No biologicals recorded in this system, so we're going to have to drop out and go somewhere else. There was at Tier, funny enough. So the other thing I did, and this was a nightmare, is I went to Tier. There's an engineer at Tier, and I wanted to unlock the engineer. And to unlock the engineer, Marsha Hicks, so there she is down there, just down there. That's Marsha Hicks, that engineer. My buddy's there that helped me out with the audio. So Rox06, there you go. There's Colonia. So Colonia's just there, not very far away at all. Yeah, so I wanted to unlock the engineer that's there, Marsha Hicks, and I had a massive issue with it because you have to mine osmium. So I found some planets that were pretty good, and I went there and did all that and couldn't find any osmium at all, nothing. So that was horrible. That was horrible. It was just horrible. I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to mine osmium and didn't find anything at all. That was really bad. So that was my experience. Yeah, wasn't a fan. Can anyone tell me what the little orange things are over these? I wish I knew. Does it mean they're populated? No, because that's... Oh no, that hasn't got one either. Red dwarf star. Don't really want a red dwarf star. Maybe it's their fuel stars. Yeah, see, KGB foam. KGB FOAM. Those are the planets that you can scoop at. So I think the little orange thing is scoopable planets where you can refuel on the way, on the route. So I guess we could pick one and see if we could go find some Xeno stuff. Let's pick one at random. That is 2 jumps at the moment. If we go over here and we do route settings and we do not the fastest route, if we take the fuel efficient route, it'll drop us into more systems. And actually, weirdly, that might be better for a bit of, oh God, 17 jumps though. Oh no, a bit too much, isn't it? I don't know, 17 jumps? It's down, so there's a good chance of finding stuff, and it'll only take 2 jumps to get back. So yeah, it'll be all right. Let's do a bit of that. Let's see how we go. So by taking the economical route there, chances are I'm going to find something. What I also need to do before I go is I need to refill my limpets. I used them all. I used them all. What did I use them all on? Oh, mining. Yeah, I went and did a bit of mining in a different ship. I'm going to put 50 on. It's probably too many. That's too many. Do I need 50? No. Let's put 25 on. Because obviously, the more limpets you carry, the more weight you're adding to the ship. And the more weight you're adding to the ship, the less distance you can jump. So it's always a payoff. It's always a challenge on that. There we go. So I've got to stop saying there we go because I keep doing that as well. That seems to be a thing. I keep saying there we go, which is rubbish. I need to not do that. So we will list off the distant suns and travel out and see if we can find some xenobiology. I can't even say it. Xenobiology. It'll probably take a few jumps just to get somewhere near. Just make sure I don't hit the ship. Probably take a few jumps just to make, just to go away a bit because there's a lot of stuff around here. A lot of traffic as well. So there's a station at Colonia called Jack's, and it it was just rammed. Excuse me. On this server, the FleetCom server, you couldn't get in or out of the hatch at all. It was packed. There was beluga liners trying to get out, trying to get in. There was NPCs. There was real players. It was carnage. So I needed to land there quite badly to get rid of my exploration data. So I logged out, logged into the solo server, got rid of my exploration data, and then logged back in to do it. And then today it was still carnage. This morning when I went there, there was a beluga stuck in the letterbox of the entrance. And it completely destroyed itself. It just blew up. That was fun. So yeah, it was all good. It tells me we can make 26.58 million credits scanning 6 of 6 species here. So that's of interest. And it says EOL Pru blah 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 A1C. So we can go down here. Now we've scanned the system. We've got unexplored, so we can do the FSS scan. This won't be a first footfall. It's too close to where we just were, I think. But we can certainly nip off down here with a bit of Super Cruise Overcharge. I do like Super Cruise Overcharge. Big major addition to the game. It's made life so much better. Because you can zip out like this, knock it off, spin the ship around and do your FSS scan from above the sun, so you get the orbit lines. Although I didn't really check on this occasion where those orbit lines were. Yeah, I'm in a bad place. That's a stupid place to be, but it'll do. It'll be fine. I'm probably far enough back to see it. And we've got a notable stellar phenomenon there as well, which is interesting. So we're going to have a look at that. So let's do the FSS, and I'm sure I've shown this before. It's this little mini game, and you have to tune your spectrum on this bar at the bottom, and when you get close to something you'll get some little arrows. It'll be quite dark, and as you get closer to it they'll brighten up, and then it'll focus on a circle. When you tune it in, you can then zoom in, and you just keep doing that until you scan all the systems. I don't think Edie's going to tell me much because I've muted her. Poor Edie. There's just a lot of chat, I like Edie. Already been discovered but has an atmosphere and is landable, so it's telling me really good stuff. Edie is super useful for exploration, and if you turn the noise on, she's even better, to be fair. But obviously with the live stream it can be a bit much. So I'm just going to scan all these systems as quickly as I can. It won't be that quick. I don't want to partial scan it, it's just wrong in it. So if you're new to Elite, when you do this, you are collecting data. You are navigating and charting the universe or the galaxy, and you get paid for that. So although this feels like a bit of a waste of time, FSS scanning a system actually pays really, really well, especially if you're the first person on that system. So if you are the first person to arrive there, you can make quite a lot of money by traveling across the galaxy and doing some stuff. And of course you rank up, and I believe I've been told, or I've heard, I'm not sure which, was I told or did I hear? I think I saw it on YouTube. Can't remember which YouTuber. It could have been Obsidian Ant. I do watch quite a lot of your stuff, Obsidian Ant, if you're out there. I can't remember who it was, but somebody made the point that it's the easiest way to rank to elite with exploration. I didn't know that. I had done a bit of exploration before this. I have dabbled. My ship that I built for exploration was a Asp Explorer. I have brought it on the Distant Worlds 3. I haven't flown it yet because I have put an SEO overdrive in it. I'm not sure how it'll handle the thermals and the fuel. That's the reason for it. And to be honest, the Caspian's so good. The Caspian is the dream exploratory craft really at the moment, because you can kind of fit everything you need on it. So I've got auto. Hello, viewer. Hello, somebody watching. Thank you. Feel free to stick something in the comments if you think this is rubbish. I'm all right with that. Yeah, so the Caspian turns out to be kind of a perfect balance for me. It's got enough cargo space to be able to pick something up. It's got enough power. It's really good at entry to a planet. We'll have to do that in a minute. I'll probably cock it up because I'm on YouTube. It's just really good. It really is perfect for exploration. I thought I'd be in the Mandalay. Everyone's bringing Mandalays, I believe. Everyone's into Mandalays. I like flying the Mandalay. I thought I'd be in the Mandalay, but the Caspian is just so capable. The only thing I don't like about the Caspian is its Star Trek aesthetic. It's a bit too Star Trek Voyager for me, if I'm honest. I don't mind Star Trek Voyager. It's just that's different to Elite, isn't it? So my neuro spiciness has kicked in and it doesn't like it. Nothing wrong with Star Trek. Nothing wrong with Elite, but they're different, aren't they? I always think of Elite, I mean, it's not fair to say that. I think The Expanse, if you've seen The Expanse, nicked a lot of stuff from Elite, so I kind of prefer The Expanse to Star Trek. I don't know why. I don't know why Elite's got this grip on me. I think a lot of it's just, because I grew up with it as a kid on the BBC Model B. Feel free to stick something in the comments, by the way. Yeah, I grew up on the BBC Model B. That was the thing. So there's that whole retro vibe thing and reminding me of my youth. Although the graphics on this are very different to how they were on the BBC Model B or the Spectrum or the Commodore. Did it come out on the Spectrum? I thought it did, but maybe it didn't. It definitely was on the Commodore a little bit later, Commodore 64. I think it came out on the Archimedes, possibly even Dragon. But that's what games were like back in the day. Load your tape up, wait 20 minutes, it'd crash, start again. Please excuse me. There's been a lot of coughs going around this winter in the UK, and mine's been horrible, quite frankly. I can't get rid of it. Not been very nice, the old winter viruses in the UK. I'm not going to say it's like COVID, but there's definitely something knocking around that's hitting people, because lots of people I know have got the same symptoms. So it's been one of them. Just the price of existing, isn't it? There we go. 100% done, so that's that. And we're going to go to, where did I say we're going to go to? The biggest payout. What's the biggest payout? Because we might not do all of them. I'm not going to do all of them. Individually, they're not very big payouts. There's a thing called a tubus compagibus grey. And that's on A2C. So we're going to have a look at that. I've never seen one of those. It'll be fun to go and do something different. I do want that degraded emissions though there. That would be very nice, thank you very much. I could do with that because I used a load of that kind of stuff. Let's go get that. Well, there's another one closer actually. That's even closer. Now the only problem with the Super Cruise Overdrive is you tend to fly past stuff without realising. You fly so fast, so far away, that you end up flying past stuff. It's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it, really? The other thing that happens with Super Cruise Overdrive is it uses quite a lot of fuel, and you don't notice. And I suppose it would be really easy to get kind of trapped in a system. If you look down that bottom right, you see the fuel gauge is just, it's drinking kind of Super Cruise fuel. And with all things Elite, if the thing isn't in focus on your screen, you can slow down faster, which is why everyone in Elite always goes under or over stuff. They don't fly straight towards it. So if you're wondering, that's why, and that's to do with the game's model of gravity. So as soon as that shoots off the screen, if I decelerate, it should decelerate fairly quickly. And if you don't get that right, you do a thing called the loop of shame, which I'm now currently doing. Because I'm rubbish. Told you it was rubbish. There we go. So we're still quite a long way away from that. 130 light seconds. Light seconds? I think that's right. I'm never quite sure. Being dyscalculic, so difficulty with numbers. Elite Dangerous is probably not the right game for me to play because it's all numbers, isn't it? But there's a rule called the 6-second rule. You drop out of Super Cruise any time under 6 seconds, or 0.06 seconds. It's currently at 0.06 seconds, but the little dial on the left hand side that says distance and speed hasn't got into the blue. When it does, you're safe to drop out. So I will drop out as soon as that kind of hits that, more or less. I like to drop under 1 nautical mile personally, normally. So I'll usually wait. I don't know whether it makes any difference at all. Doesn't seem to. I think you can drop out at any point once it clicks down. In this case, I might not be able to wait for 1 nautical mile because it's such a small object. I'm going to drop out now. And we should see something on screen. There we go. Mechanical equipment. Crystal shards. Don't really want any of them. I wanted... Oh, they're all materials, so we can pick all them up. So materials are used in Elite Dangerous, a bit like you would use potions in any other RPG, really. So if you play, like, I don't know, Kingdom Come, Final Fantasy, Skyrim, any of those, there's always potions, right? So your potions can give you a boost and make you do stuff. They're really useful. Oh, I haven't got collector limpets by the looks of it. I thought I did. Have I not got collectors? Oh, why they give you hatch breakers? What a nonsense. Now, we've noticed a problem with the Caspian. This going to be really interesting now. So, I thought it was just me, but it would appear the Caspian has a glitch. Normally what you can do is scoop. And to do that, you lower your cargo thing, which I've done. You should see it. There it is. So there's the cargo scoop, right? And you fly over it and you scoop it up, right? That's the plan. Is it in the center of the ship? Want to know? Yeah, it is. However, it would appear that the Caspian cannot scoop. I do not know why this is. It seems to be an issue. If I go really, really slowly, I might be able to do it. But my friend Rox06 today, I made a friend. Woohoo! Hello, whoever's here. My friend Rox06 helped me today, and I helped him. So I dropped off some osmium because I mined more than my 10 units that I needed. Gave him a bunch of units, and he couldn't scoop with the Caspian either. So I'm kind of intrigued to know whether you can scoop with the Caspian. I thought I had collector limpets. I wish I had. If I don't, it's not a major issue. I'm still going to go and do some Xeno bio. Hello, whoever's joined me. Lovely to see you. So normally you can just scoop along here and it's fine. But for some reason the Caspian doesn't like it. There you go. See, it just goes off. Look. And you cannot get it. And it does it every single time. And I thought it was just me. But it's not. I'm not going to do it. So that is really annoying, quite frankly. That you can't scoop with the Caspian. Just going to check I haven't got collector limpets because I normally have them on board because I realised this was a thing before. Maybe not. No, I haven't. I'm a dipstick. Should have repair limpet. I got loads of them. And blimmin' hatch breaker, which is useless, and fuel transfer. Never mind. Where are we going? A2C. That's where we're going. Going to try a bit of Xeno bio. We got a. Is that on the way to A2C? Yeah, let's... Oh, not there. Let's look at the notable stellar phenomenon. That'll be good. Don't get a chance to do that, do you? Normally. So yeah, so Elite Dangerous has been alright. It's been a thing. Been doing what it does. Just that little glitch with trying to scoop in the Caspian, and I don't know whether that's intentional, whether that's its buff, not its buff. That's the wrong word. Nerf, sorry. Because it's such a good ship in every other way. I don't know whether that's a buff for it, like a limitation of the ship to make it fairer in game. But every other ship can scoop, and I don't know why the Caspian can't. Now I thought it was just me, but when my friend came to pick up his osmium, he couldn't scoop in it either. Tried successive times. Every time it destroyed the container. So he went away, got a Mandalay, came back, and the Mandalay scooped fine. So it's really weird. I need to. I might need to drop an email to FDev in Frontier, because it is. I don't think that's right. I'm sure that's not right. Oops, doing the gravity well. Good chance of doing the leap of shame here. Wouldn't be me flying if I didn't have to do the leap of shame. Oh no, maybe not. So let's see what this notable stellar phenomena is. And scanning notable stellar phenomena, I realise if it's the first time you've scanned it, you get a payout, which is quite nice. And I think it's around 50,000 credits, or it has been. I think I've scanned about 2 or 3 now. So they're worth just like, you're passing anyway, right? And you won't get to see it again necessarily. Don't know what this one is. Don't know whether I've seen it before. No idea. That's my problem. I can never remember whether I've seen something before or not. Which is crazy, right? I've been musing on life while flying around, as you do. Thinking about all sorts of stuff, really. I've been thinking about the young people I work with, and if any of them stumble across any of this, I just want you to know I'm thinking of you. I think about you all the time. I'm not allowed to be your friend on Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, but hopefully you stumble across it. You stumble across me saying this, because I genuinely think about all of you. Biological and geological entry, viride gas cloud. Ugh, ugh. Sounds nasty. Can't really see much. Much to see there. Let's put the lights on. Can you see anything with the lights on? No. Can we see anything with night vision on? I mean, oh, there you go. Look at that. There you go. Oh, it's just a bit, you can't really see much, can you? But with night vision on, you can see what's there. Don't know what these things are. It does tell you in the codex, actually. Oh, that's new. I don't know why that's lighting up. Oh, it's the comp scanner, is it? Does the comp scanner want to scan? It does. Oh, that's exciting. I didn't know it did that. I don't know what happens with that. Like, it says out of range. I guess I've got to get closer, but I don't want to get too close. It looks like it's going to be a bit stabby and spiky. Oh, there we go. Ready to scan. I did not know that's what I was supposed to do. Okay. Rubium metallic crystals. Did not know that's what I was supposed to do. It looks to me like there's something else in this body that's different. I don't know. You can't do anything with them, I don't think. Just scan them. Well, I didn't know you could do that. That's new. The codex is over here somewhere. I never find it, actually. I've got to be careful because I'm going to fly into something. But there you go. There's the codex if you've never seen it before. Biological and geological. I guess it's going to be in there. Is it an organic structure? No. I haven't got time to look at it right now because I'm going to fly into one. I don't think flying into them is probably the right thing to do. They look like the kind of thing that will be a bit stabby. I like stabby things. I don't want a stabby thing. I don't know what happens if you shoot them. I mean, that's tempting, isn't it? don't think you're supposed to shoot them. We'll have a look in a minute. I'll have a look in the codex. I'll stop. Doobie-doobie-doo. So yeah, it's just a discovery. You don't think you shoot them. Solid mineral spheres. So look at the congratulations. Sorry, ED with Copilot was saying congratulations then. So I don't know what I'm looking for here. Xenological? No. Biological and geological. R-type, P-type and Q-type. L-type. Let's look at P-type. It's not that, is it? Q-type. Not that. I have found these before, but I didn't realise you had to scan the actual things. So I found these orange clouds before. Lagrange clouds. L-type I looked at. It's not them. Don't know where that goes. Organic structures. Oh, solid mineral spheres. There you go. So there it is. These mineral structures are created by large colonies of ancient microorganisms. Ah, what, in space? Cool. And there's the metallic crystals. There we go. It says these crystalline structures are noted for the metallic luster of their outer surface. Cool. Well, I never. So I've learned something new that I didn't know I was supposed to scan those like that, which is cool. So on to A2C, I think it was, wasn't it? A2C. These are all B, so we've got to go ways for A2C we want. And I don't know why I'm doing this particularly, because it's not a first footfall. Loads of people will have been here. It would probably be more sensible to go into a different bit of space and see if we can get like a first discovery. But you know, there's only so much time for YouTube, and a bit of a stream. So I thought I wouldn't do that. I thought I would just do this bit, and then at least we've had a bit of a play. I will be docking back on Distant Suns, I think, tonight. Maybe not. I might go back tomorrow. I think it shifts tomorrow to Waypoint Alpha. I think Waypoint Alpha is the one at Mond de la thingy, the World of Death, Mond de la Mort, the planet with the new, white dwarf. I think that's where it goes. I need to check really. If it doesn't go there, I'm going to dock on it tonight because I'm away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. I'm not going to be able to play Elite at all. So the bus is going to be really helpful for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to keep up at all, I don't think, with the expedition. Like I say, I did really enjoy the exploration on my own. Although I say on my own, I'm having chats with people in Discord. And today I had a fantastic, met a friend. So Rox06, I really appreciated today. It was cool. Although I did kind of run out of time. We did spend like 3 hours on a voice chat. Not even playing the game. It was very cool. Top guy. Oh, here we go. Here's your loop of shame. Here you go. Coming up. There you go. Gone past it. Got to fly around it. Got to come back. There's a classic loop of shame for you. It's not the worst loop of shame, but you know, it's one of them. Why am I here? Oh yeah. Looking for planty stuff, aren't I? What am I looking for? This is Tubus compagibus. Tubus compagibus. I can't. I mean, whoever comes up with the names for these things. So I'm going to DSS scan this. So detailed surface scan. There you go. That's what we're going to do here. So we get that up. Ready. And I did my first kind of steep landing with the Caspian. So one of the things about the Caspian, if you don't already know, is it's capable of coming into land at quite a steep angle. And that's pretty cool. It means you're not messing about trying to get down to a planet, although I still seem to cock it up every single time I do it. It's easier with things like this because there's not necessarily any like a specific site you're going to. I think you can just throw it. If you're new to the detail, or if you're not new, if you're new. Are you new? Detailed surface scanner. You shoot probes at the planet. You're trying to get the first kind of couple at least on the other side of the planet. It doesn't look very big, that planet, so we'll chuck a couple on. Down in the bottom right, it's got an efficiency target of 2 probes. I've already cocked it up because if I'd have read that, I wouldn't have done that. I'd have done one round the back and one round the front. So use the gravity to get around the back of the planet. You can shift the views to see the other side, and as they land, there you go. That's the other side of the planet. So I've doubled up on that. I've completely cocked it up. I did not get my efficiency target. Oh no, I did. Oh, I did. That's weird. So those blue objects that you can see there, they are useful. They are where stuff is, and I can see already that on the... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I've lost my efficiency target now, haven't I? I can see already that it's better on the other side, I think. I think the blue stuff is what I'm looking for. So, that's okay. I lost my efficiency target there because I slipped. I'm always pressing the wrong button. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm always pressing the wrong button. So lots of stuff to look at there. What are those distress beacon? Oh, we like that. We like a distress beacon. We'll go for that. We'll have that. So you're about to see me cock up a landing now, because I never quite get the right. I never quite get the right angles. I'm going to fly over it. I want to be about 3 kilometers out, I think, usually, before I come into the gravitational pull. Not gravitational pull. Orbital cruise. And I'm never in the right place. See, I'm too close. But with this ship, I might be able to come in really steep. So normally, I wouldn't come in at this angle. But you can look at that 75 degree angle. Like, I don't know another ship that does that. So usually what I want to do is I want to be quite low. I'm really bad at it. I don't know how other people do this, but I try and get quite low and about 100 kilometers. And then the last bit of the descent is that glide. So sometimes I have to go up a bit, and I use the little number in the bottom left to get down 150 kilometers, about right. Then I'll drop down, try and get that under 100 kilometers. So I'm still looking at that thing on the left. I'm going to be slightly short. Let me just... There we go. That'll be under 100, I think, just about. And then it'll do its glide. So there's the glide aspect of the descent, and you can obviously glide a bit further forward if you want to. At 26, 25, 24, 23 kilometers height, it will drop out fairly soon. So I'll pitch down and then carefully be ready to pitch up and hit the up thrusts. It's only 0.7 G on this planet, so it's not a high G planet at all by any... Ooh, that glitched, didn't it? By any stretch of the imagination. There's my site. We can have a look at contacts and see if there's any nasties in there. The nav computer you're seeing on the screen in the top left is from ED Copilot, and it's telling me where the biological stuff is. She doesn't know that I want to have a look at this distress beacon, but why wouldn't you want to look at a distress beacon? That's cool. That's the thing about Elite. You can be doing one thing and then there's other stuff, which is it's just really cool. Will we get shot at? That's always the question. I think there's some... Yeah, look, there's some stuff's taken off. So there's some nasties there. That's cool. So half a click away. That's always a good... I quite like being half a click away. I'm going to go a little bit closer because I've got point defense on the ship. And that means if they open fire, it might... Oh, I don't want the cargo scoot. I want the landing gear. I might get the... Like, if I can lure them towards the ship and they're shooting at me, maybe the point defense will take out any missiles, but I don't think they've got them. So those are sentries, I think they're called. Skimmers, maybe. Because they've got some nasties there, I could take the other buggy. I could take the SRV Scorpion, but I do like my Scarab. It's low G, so I'll take the Scorpion. It's low G planet, and once they're destroyed, I can come back anyway, right? The sun's out, which is very rare for me. I normally only ever land on planets that are in the dark. Are we in combat mode? We are. We've got balanced pips. And we should be good to go. So I don't know what their range is, or my range. I forgot you got missiles on these, haven't you? Let's take that one out. Any more? Not any more. Any more for any more? That was my missile. Oh, there's one over there. Nice. I do not care. Don't know whether you can scan on this. I can never work it out. I don't. There's no scanning thing. I might have to go and swap it for the other one. No, we'll have them. I can never, because the buttons are different on the. Hello, 3 viewers. Because the buttons are different on the buggies than they are on the ships. I always get really confused. I'm using an Xbox 360 type controller, and I'm usually dismissing the ship is the standard thing I do by accident. Did I get 2 of those? Inventory. No, I only got 1. Occupied escape pods. Oh, cool. That's nice. We like a bit of that. We like a bit of that. Although, with the occupied escape pods, what you usually find is somebody comes and shoots you. They're not players. It's the non-player characters. Hello, whoever's dropped in. Please put something in the group in the chat. It'd be lovely to say hi properly. What I'm going to do now, of course, now I've taken out the skimmers, the sentry skimmers, is I'll swap for the other buggy, because it can carry 4 loads of cargo as opposed to this one which only gets 2. I must say it's a very flat planet. It's quite excellent to have a flat planet. Normally they're really bumpy. Always find it hard to get in the right place. So I'm going to transfer. I probably don't need to transfer the cargo if I'm going to dock, but I'm never sure. I wonder if any of that's illegal cargo. It might be, you know. I'll swap the buggy over. Go for the other one. Scarab? No, I always call it Scarab, but I don't think it is. It's got a different name, isn't it? What's it called? SRV Scarab. It is the Scarab. I was right. We go out in the Scarab because we can pick up 4 loads of containers with that. Better, isn't it? Just better. And it's more research, exploration orientated, I think. Got some plants too, which is cool. So I can see some plants. So I'm going to do my xenobiology, get my canisters. It's not a bad place to land, that. Quite chuffed with that. It's not often you get like a twofer with Elite. It usually punishes you. Yeah, I don't mind about that. Definitely want the occupied escape pods. I've never seen these on a planet, actually. I've never seen these up close like that. But then I don't play enough, do I? Have I got space for one more? What's that other thing there then? Oh, we can have that. So materials don't take up cargo space, which is very cool. I think that's everything there. I'll put my cargo scoop up, drop that off, and then we're going to scan some plants. I do like driving around in the buggies. They're cool. They're cool little things. Great addition to the game, the buggies, to be fair. So transfer those. Oh, what happened there? I don't want ship cargo, do I? I want my cargo. What? Three of those. Oh, yeah, that's right. There we go. So my SRV is empty. There we go. So let's go scan some things. So we're looking for. Well, I mean, I don't know what to scan really. There's lots of stuff to scan. There's these things over here. And the way that it works with scanning bio is you need a gap between you and the next one. But it looks like there's quite a bit here. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what gap it needs, but it usually tells you like the distance to the next one. Not that one. That one. Sample thing. So you need an Artemis suit if you're new to it. Again, you need an Artemis suit because the Artemis suit has got this little gizmo which allows you to sample something. This is but this is the one I want. So this is actually what I was looking for, which is cool. I don't know how far I've got to go for the next one. Because I've turned the audio down, I can't hear. It's probably worth, usually it's worth getting in the ship and flying. Should we do the ship thing or should I just try it? Let's just drive and see. Drive and see. Pick the furthest away spot I can and see if that'll let me scan it. It's probably not far enough. And it's probably going to tell me no, that's fine. It's looking for a difference in the colony's genome. That's why, apparently. But, like I say, I don't know how far I have to go. Oh, 800 metres it says. It's on ED Copilot. Don't know whether that was far enough. We'll soon find out. Nope. So we need to go further. There's one over there. That's probably not further enough. 800 metres probably would have been worth getting the ship, to be fair. But I'm already out here now, aren't I? So I'm just going to keep going away from the ship. I reckon we'll find one. Seems to be quite a few. I should have said the buggies have got like boosters on the bottom so you can sustain your airtime. Which is all good fun. Slidey. It's just such a great game. It's just stupid, but great. Like, not stupid. Stupid's wrong. It's unfair for it. It's not stupid. It's amazing. Because it's just got so much stuff going on. Like, I know this is, like, not combat. I know it's not, like, point to point. Not point to point. Like combat stuff. I hope this is the same type of thing. If it's not the same type of thing, you start again. It looks the same. Yeah, it is. So now we've got to go 800 metres again, I guess. Yeah, another 800 metres. Now at this point, it's probably worth getting in the ship and just flying it to get it, to be fair. I could recall the ship, but why would you do that when you can drive around on a stupid buggy on a planet and do big jumps? Oh, big rocks. Of course, you do damage a ship if you cock it up, like I'm about to. But when you get back in the ship, it repairs it. So, and you have control over pitch roll and stuff in the air. See, there's another plant. Oops, there's another plant that I haven't scanned. So when I've done this one, I need to do that one. Maybe I've lost my ship. There it is. I don't know whether I can do external cam and do this because I'm too old to do that. Let's see if we can. Is there one that puts you in a reasonable place where you can like see that one in it? So if I line that up a bit, right, then we can drive it like third person view. And see the tomfoolery. Oh, overdone that. Oh. Shit. No, I didn't mean to dismiss the ship. Oh, God. See, that's what happens. I used the wrong... See, I've really messed that up now. I didn't mean to dismiss the ship. I needed the ship. Oh, for God's sakes. Anyway. There you go. Whoever's watching, you must think, God, this bloke's a right twerp. What a dick this guy is. I would. I'm going to put the power to my shields, I think. So now, because I've dismissed my ship, I may as well just drive a kilometre and try and find another sample. The airtime is insane. Oh. Try not to break the buggy now. Let's try these, but I don't think I'm far enough away, but I'll give these a try. Of course, if I die, I'll lose the data. If I lose the data, I lose the money. And that would be a shame. Ah, dear. Whoever's dropped in, how you doing? Are you playing Elite Dangerous at all? Be good to know. Are you on Distant Worlds 3? If so, what ships did you take? I always like to know what ships people have got. I actually had to go and buy a ship the other day, which was cool. So there we go. I got those samples. They're new. I've never had those before. Let's give these a waz. A waz? Is that even the right word? A scan, I should say. They're pretty. Never seen them before. Wonder which ones they are. Tussock Propagatio yellow, and yet it looks pink. How far have I got to go? 200 meters, so not far. Let's jump back in the buggy for that. 200 meters. There were some back the way I just came, but I'll go that way. Feel free to write in the group chat. I don't know. No one wants to write in the group chat tonight. I'm wondering whether I've messed up the group chat. It is possible because I've had a bit of a nightmare turning this stream on. So for some reason, OBS just completely freaked out. Wouldn't connect to YouTube. YouTube wouldn't connect to OBS. I just had a massive disaster trying to make the stream start tonight. So it's late. I'm really sorry. I was well prepared. I had it all set up ages ago. Like this morning, I thought it was all set up. And that was a big lag glitchy moment, wasn't it? And it just didn't play the game. I don't know why. I still don't know why. I'd like to know why, because then I could not have that happen again. But hey. So we need 3 of these, obviously. This is number 2. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. And then it's going to tell me 200 meters. So another 200 meters. So I will go into the scarab. I'm only going to do these 2 things, I think. I don't think I'm going to do the whole lot. I could do. Concha labiata grey is one of the other ones. Trying to gauge 200 meters is always difficult, especially when you end up jumping like a mile into the air. They look good. Is that them? Try not to run over the alien flora, eh? That'd be bad. Don't do that, do I? Yeah, buttons sometimes just completely... I just have mental blocks on buttons. The Xbox controller is amazing because if you hold the A, X, Y, B button down, it gives you a help menu. And I love that. It's one of the things I really love about Elite. So you can drop out of playing Elite for quite a while and come back to it and pick it up fairly quickly. But but because the buttons are different on this thing, on walking around, then they're different in the SRV, then they're different in the ship. That's why I always get confused. But I think you can set them. You can keybind whatever you want. Like, it's got a full keybind kind of system. I'm just going to drive over here and call the ship because it looks nice and flat. Sometimes the ship has a problem landing. It's pretty flat over here, isn't it? We'll call the ship back. Yeah. So yeah, it can be a bit weird, and I'm just lazy. Like, I don't set up the controls properly, and I should. I don't want that. What I want. There you go. Oh, with that, because you can see stuff then. Look at the stars. I do wish though that when the pan and tilt, the angle is difficult. It doesn't. You can't do it smoothly. Like the rest of the controls in third-person view, you can control quite smoothly, and you can get like nice panoramas. But the up, down, and the tilt, you can't really control them very smoothly. The forward, backwards, and sideways, you can pan. You get like nice pan-in shots and stuff. Anyway, enough silliness. Get back in the ship. Handbrake. I'm always leaving the handbrake on, which I never do in a real car. So why? Why does that even happen? Now, I didn't know this, but I think you can make use of the comp scanner, the comprehensive scanner, to find Xeno stuff. And I will try it because I didn't know. And I was watching, again, good old YouTube. I was watching another chap's YouTube. And it did that. He was using the comp scanner, and I've never done it, so I don't know how that works. But I guess maybe it can help you find the flora and fauna you're looking for. The other thing I can do is use ED Copilot because I'm a cheat. So I'm going to use ED Copilot and click the nav computer, which will tell me 867 kilometers in that direction. So the nav computer with good old ED Copilot, because she lifts the plants that are there. Bless her. That's really handy. I do find sometimes though she gets a bit like the direction's not. It's not very clear. I'm gonna leave my landing gear. Oh no, I can't leave my landing gear down, can I? Because it'll think I want to land. There we go. Oh, not looking where I'm going. Lucky I got my shields on. What's my height? 29 meters, 30 meters. We want to be under 100, I think. There we go. So that says straight ahead, bearing 322, and yet my bearing is not 322. Go 322, and I'm going to try and get the comp scanner up and see. So it says nothing found. So I don't know whether that. Oh, there we go. We're on. See, ED, that's not 322. That's 320. Why are you telling me 322 and that's 320? So 685 kilometers is quite a way, isn't it? Like that's more than me just cruising along. I need to go. That's a really long way. That's like fly up out into the thing and back down kind of way. That's too far to fly like this. It's almost 1,000 kilometers. I'd be better off getting an orbital cruise for that, I'm sure. Let's do that. Oh, is it not going to let me? So I can't target. What am I targeting? I didn't think I was targeting anything. What am I targeting? I don't want to target that. Why am I targeting that? There it is. Get rid of that. There we go. Right, try that again. Get pointing the right way. What do you want? 322. And go fast. 880.48. See, dyscalculia and numbers going to be really confusing. Plus, I'm British, so although technically we have a metric system, we don't measure distance in kilometres. Because obviously, why would we? British. Let's not adopt the metric system fully. Let's only partially adopt the metric system. So we measure everything in miles. So I've no idea. I don't know. Is that far? I don't know. What's the best way to do this? I need to get into orbital cruise, don't I? Really? Where's the planet? I'm completely disorientated now. I don't know what's going on. Right, planet's under me. There we go. I know that because of the gauge. There we go. That's good. So we can go up a bit. Do a little bit of this, but not a lot. Because it goes super fast. Drop out of orbital cruise. And then, like a Exocet missile, come back in. Does this work? Oh, that's maybe a bit steep. Oh, and it's under me now, of course. I'm in the wrong place. I've gone too far. See, this is the problem, right? You can't see. So 464 kilometers. So now I need to try and close some of that distance in glide, I guess. Otherwise, it's just going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to try and extend my glide as much as I can because it's still quite a long way away. 20-degree bearing. Come back across the 20-degree. There we go. Oh, too far. See if I can get closer. 355 kilometers, still too far. I want it at about 150 max when I drop out of glide. Way too early. Damn it. That's too far away, isn't it? Took me hours to get there. Even with boosting. Let's put the night vision on because I can never see anything on the dark side of the planet. I'm always on the dark side of the planet. That's going to take me a long time to get there. Let's try another little hop. This is the bit I'm really bad at. I've never quite figured this out. The planet kind of distance thing. Like you're either too close, you're too far away. It's like, and then you've got to realign with this, the escape vector. Can't even see at the moment. Where's that? I don't want that. That's not what I'm after. I'm going to have to cancel that. Stupid thing. Keeps aligning with that planet. I don't want to go there yet. There's the escape vector. Yes, you have to align with the escape vector and then kind of do a kind of hop thing. And I've just never been very good at it. Like, I end up flying too high. Or if you fly too low, then you just drop out of this mode of flying, and then distance it takes ages. I need to keep an eye on that distance and the height. So when that drops down to like 100, right about there. Too steep now. Oh, it's an impact site and a distress beacon, but I think they're on the other side of the planet. That's a shame. Yeah, see, I've gone past it again. You just can't. If I go quite steep. I'll get down and then I'll turn around, but I've flown past it. I get this all the time. I can never quite drop in on something like this. I suppose all these blue bits, there's a very good chance there's some of it there, to be fair. I don't know whether ED is 100% accurate on this. Right. So, still got 200 odd blooming things to go. Ship lights are on? Yeah. So yeah, I've never got used to, like, I can't manage that bit. Just that little jump thing. So if anyone's got any clues or tips, I'd love to know. Gonna fly super low, because why not? Turn flight assist off and really go for it. This could go horribly wrong. So if you don't know, flight assist off, you now in like every move will continue to move until you counteract it. So if you've ever paddled a canoe or a kayak, you know that when you push the paddle or pull the paddle through the water, the boat continues to move in that direction until you counter it. So with flight assist off, that's what's going on now. So anything I do on the stick is a little bit more scary. I'm still miles away, right? This is a bad way to do this. A bit of vertical thrust there. I was almost hitting the deck. So I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I just can't get near it. I'm too close or I'm too far away or... Not exciting streaming this, is it? I've lost my one viewer. Hopefully someone gets some enjoyment out of this after. I mean, that's the point, isn't it? Like, not everyone's free when someone streams. I'm not. Like, I never catch a live stream live, ever, not once. But I love listening to long form live streams when I'm doing other stuff. And I do some stupid nerdy hobbies. I didn't always do that. It's a more recent thing. I've embraced my inner nerd. I can't do the hop again, surely, because it's not going to work. Like, by the time it jumps, I'd have to pitch straight down again. Maybe I should. Stop it with targeting that planet. Oh my god. Try it one more time. I'm going to do the shortest hop. Ah, too much. Ah, I've done it. Glide angle too slow. Ugh. One more go. We'll do it again. It's got to work, right? Oh, will you stop targeting that planet, please? It's because I had a route planned, right? So I need to go a little bit further, but not that far. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Glide, 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 glide. Ah, too steep again. Closing distance, though. Quite a lot, to be fair. One more. Stop targeting. It's only because I've got a route planned. One more. I reckon one more. Or maybe two more. count them again. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. No. Ugh. You just can't get back into the glide. You always end up hitting it too hard. $136 kilometers. Better. It's better. Yeah, if anyone's got any better ways of doing this, please let me know, because I'm shit at it. And tonight on Golgafunken, you tune in to see yet more incompetence in the seat of a spaceship. Yeah, the level of incompetence here is quite stunning. I'm going to go again. I'm going to go again. I got to go again. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 30 Mississippi. How do I get down? I can't. Yeah, see, you can't. Even upside down, you can't pitch down where you want to pitch down. Never mind. It's closer. I'll live with 65 kilometres. To be fair, that's more success I think I've ever had. It's still faster than the buggy, right? The buggy would take ages. The buggy would be there forever. Ever and ever. But it's interesting that I'm on the dark side of a planet yet again. I seem to spend my entire elite, dangerous, on foot or SRV exploration on the dark side of a planet. It's very rare that the sun is up when I'm exploring a planet. Like, if ever. So I'm 33 kilometres in the air. I wonder if I'm lower, that number, like the distance would come down, surely. It should, shouldn't it? So if I go at 35 degrees, surely, as I lose altitude, the distance should close quite quickly. That's right, right? Yeah, okay. It is. Not the best YouTube viewing. I appreciate that. As usual, you join me not being brilliant at this. I was thinking about this though recently. I was thinking about ADHD, and I didn't know anything about ADHD, and I'm sure there are people watching this or maybe stumble across it that think that ADHD is not a thing, and I genuinely don't know that, you know, the science behind everything. But I had to write some training about ADHD a year ago, and I realised that actually I had all of the characteristics of impulsiveness. What was the other one? Impulsiveness and the other one. See, memory's terrible. Again, not unusual with ADHD. So I'm pretty sure that I have inattentiveness. That's it. There you go. Inattentiveness, impulsiveness. I am pretty sure that's the type of ADHD I have. At school, I was a massive failure. My school report always said things like, could do better if tried harder. Lazy, things like that. And I wasn't lazy. I was never a lazy kid. I've never been lazy in my life. But I think it was this lack of attention, or a lack of attention where it should be. And then the constant search for dopamine. I now understand, you know, it's led me into financial ruin. I have to buy crap I don't need and it's never stuff I do need. It's always things I don't need. It's almost like a compulsion. And then the other side of it is a compulsion to learn something new, which has been great. You know, I've loved learning new things, no matter what they are. And I've learned all sorts of bonkers things. From canoeing and kayaking to kite surfing, power kiting, snowboarding, longboard, skateboarding, stand-up surfing, power boating, jet skis, Warhammer, painting, playing Warhammer, archery, fencing, camera stuff. So I got into camera stuff for a while, video camera stuff, stills camera stuff. What else? The computer, building computers, you know, playing around with games, you name it. But like the house is full of stuff. And I just thought there was something else wrong with me. I didn't know it was possibly linked to ADHD. I went to see a doctor ages ago. He diagnosed something different. But the more I learn about ADHD, the more I understand that perhaps my brain just works in a different way. And some of the things that I didn't know that not everybody has an internal monologue, an inner voice constantly going on. Like I know everyone has thoughts, and I know thoughts kind of pass you by, but I didn't know that not everyone has an internal dialogue, a voice in their head talking to them. And it's not schizophrenia before you say it, I don't think. Could be psychosis, maybe. And some of the other clues, you know, constantly finishing somebody else's sentence. I've always got into trouble with that. I got into trouble with that in my early career. I've got into trouble with that at school. I've got into trouble with that with family. I've got into trouble with that with lots of people. And I didn't know that not everyone, I just thought that was my personality. I didn't know that was a trait of ADHD. But apparently it's a trait of ADHD to finish other people's sentences for them, even if you do it in your head. And of course I do it in my head. I have to, because it's antisocial behaviour if you don't, right? Again, I didn't know that was a symptom of ADHD. And the chaos that I live with. So at work, I can be quite organised sometimes, kind of. No, I'm pretty organised. I might not be tidy everywhere, but I'm organised. Like I know where I've got to be in the time I've got to be. But I've always struggled with that. I've always struggled with timekeeping. Like I have to make extra effort that other people don't seem to have to make. Oh, sorry, we're closing. I need to slow down. Take my time. Look at the heading and look at the distance, and maybe look down. So the comp scanner doesn't seem to want to play the game. I don't know about the comp scanner. I'm not convinced by the comp scanner. Oh, there's something there. Is that it? No. Doesn't help when it's dark, does it? Is that it? That looks like something. It might be easier with the headlights off. I can't remember what I was saying now. See that again, ADHD trait apparently. It's like I'm gonna land. Yes, I didn't know that all this could be related to ADHD. I had no idea. I just thought ADHD meant I don't know. I had in my head the same idea of people with ADHD that a lot of the public have. That they're argumentative people or naughty kids or whatever. But I've found out so much that I just didn't know. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember which button it is. I was, it's been really interesting. And then Elite. The reason I'm talking about this with Elite is that actually Elite, I think, might be really good for ADHD, kind of. So where people get a little bit mixed up with ADHD is they think that people can't focus. And that's not the case. The case is probably more like they can't focus on what they're supposed to be focusing on, if that makes sense. Why am I on this? Yeah, there you go. So you can't focus. I can turn that off, can turn that on. So the reason I say ADHD, Elite Dangerous might be good for people with ADHD is because actually you can do anything you want. So that's the first thing. So if you get bored of doing something, like if I got bored of doing this, I can just go and do something else. I can do some piracy or some bounty hunting and have some combat and be really or whatever. Oh, here we go. That's them, innit? There they are. They're right in front of me. I didn't realise. Bless them. Oh, they're cute. Let's put lights on because I might not be able to see in my suit. I don't think I've got night vision in my suit. Nice. Oh, they're cute. They're like mollusks. No, not mollusks. What are they called? Crustaceans. Shellfish. Can't think of the name of them. You know what I mean. Them shellfish things. Concha labiata grey. That's what I want. I want them. 150 metres. That's not that far. Do a drive. I might drive. I like driving. I might not drive so fast. Yeah, so the reason I think ADHD and Elite Dangerous are quite good together is because actually, A, if you get bored of something, you just go do something else. B, ADHD means that you tend to, you might have periods where you hyper focus on something. So for me, I'll hyper focus on a hobby. It's always a hobby. At the moment, because of Distant Worlds 3, I am hyper-focused on this video game. But I don't normally hyper-focus on a video game. It's just because of the community around this, and Elite Dangerous is, you know, part of my life and all that. I might be a bit more hyper-focused on this than normally with a video game. Although I have had periods, like we all have, where a video game kind of consumes all your life. But it tends to be things like hobbies or sports. I know it's hard to believe now, but there was once a time when I was fit and healthy and slim. Those days are long gone now. Do I head towards my scanner thing, maybe? Or is that rocks? Usually rocks if I head towards the scanner. I don't mind picking up rocks, though. Rocks are good. Yeah, so there's the kind of... The night vision isn't on, is it? There is periods of time where I want to learn something new and I'll hyper focus on it, and that's all I'll do, and I'll just do it and do it and do it and do it. And what I've come to realize is the spending the money on the useless junk that I don't need. And YouTube and Amazon are a terrible mix for that, because you see something on YouTube and then you go buy it, right? If you've got the money, and if you haven't got the money, you try and get the money, and it's a really bad idea. What I've realised is that is all related to possibly ADHD. I have no diagnosis. I'm not interested in the diagnosis too much, really, because I wouldn't take the drugs. I don't want to take the drugs particularly. I've learned some coping strategies with it anyway. Well, I didn't find any of that thing there. Let's click on the... Will it give me another... Will it give me another heading? It will. Oh, but is that straight back to where I was? I think it is. That's not helpful. Thanks for that, silly machine. But the nice thing with Elite Dangerous is because everything is so difficult. Like, it's really difficult. It's not, well, difficult's the wrong word. It's time consuming, because you put so much effort into getting the next bit of ship stuff, or getting the next upgrade, or getting the next species, as in this case. You actually feel quite a lot of reward when you achieve it, and that's quite unusual in video games. I think most video games kind of, they've got a very balanced progression curve, so that progression curve kind of guides you along, and you feel all right as you're getting to where you need to be. Elite Dangerous doesn't do that. It punishes you hard until you achieve something, and when you achieve something, you feel great. And then today felt great. To help another player out just felt great. So I went into Discord. I said, look, I've got some osmium. I had a real problem getting it. Does anyone need any? And a guy answered. Oh, there's one right there. Isn't it? Is that the same thing? Oh, it's flowering. How cute's that? I hope it's the same plant. Otherwise, it's going to mess it all up, and I have to start again. It wasn't flowering, the other one. I think it's the same plant, though. I hope it doesn't bite. Yeah, it's the same plant. It's flowering. Look at that. How cool's that? The other ones weren't like that. I can't remember what I'm saying. Yeah, so helping this guy out. So this is the madness of Elite, right? So I helped this guy out. I posted in Discord, say, look, I got some osmium. Anyone want it? before I sell it, because I had a real problem getting it, and it unlocks one of the engineers, and you might want it. And this guy said, yep, I'll take some. I was like, cool. So we arranged to meet on, in space in the game. As a result of that, we chatted over the kind of comms in Elite, which weren't brilliant, the typed comms. He then managed to make his voice stuff work and my voice stuff work. So then we started talking. Then he helped me with a load of other stuff, totally unrelated stuff about Discord, because I really struggle with Discord. There's a lot of menu stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. I find it quite hard. So I'm just going to try clicking this and see if it gives me another heading, because that worked. 389 meters. Oh, try that. Yeah, so, and then, after 3 hours of chatting rubbish, I would now consider that gentleman my friend. How many other video games does that happen in? Honestly, how many other video games can you do that? I don't know any. I don't know any. And then this whole community thing as well, the fact that I think the player count on Distant Worlds now is around 8,000. I heard today on a podcast, which is insane, and just beautiful people as well. The Discord, I mean, there's a few people. There's always a few people, right? There's always a few people that are having a moan or don't understand that it's run by volunteers or whatever it is. You always get that. But on the whole, the community is stunning. The community is unreal. And I'm guessing quite a lot of the community will be neuro-spicy. There you go. I hope that's not an insult to anyone. But I imagine that a lot of people are attracted to this game because they don't want fast-paced action all the time. They don't want combat all the time, although you can do that, it's great. I think a lot of players in Elite are, well, I know for a fact a lot of players in Elite are extremely scientifically clever about space. People will put facts in the Discord about astrophysics, physics, quantum mechanics. There's jokes, of course. People make jokes about those things too, which I don't get because I'm too stupid. So that the people in Elite are just different, and I think I will bet my money on quite a few people in Elite Dangerous in the community are neurodiverse, because I can see why it would appeal. It appeals to me. And the reason is I get that dopamine hit. I get that dopamine hit when I do what I've just done. I've just found the thing I wanted. After looking for it for a little while, it wasn't immediate. It's not immediate. It's not immediate reward. You have to work for it. And I think, funnily enough, working for it makes the reward more worthwhile. And I've talked before about Elite Dangerous and the consequences when it punishes you. So if you get it wrong, Elite Dangerous does punish you. There's another distress beacon. Artificial structure. I mean, that I've not. Let's go have a look at that. I don't know where that would be. It's behind you. Can't see it. How many video games do that? And there are some, of course, like Minecraft. Minecraft's a great example of a game that really rewards patience. The consequences in Minecraft are similar to the consequences in Elite Dangerous, though, actually, weirdly. Like, if you die, you lose all your stuff. But in Elite Dangerous, you can't get all your stuff back unless you go back out and find it all again. Whereas Minecraft, you can respawn near the thing. There's a few mechanics, isn't there, to make it easier. Like, what is it, sleeping in a bed? Or I can't remember the mechanics, but I know there's some mechanics in Minecraft that help you when you die to get your stuff back. Elite Dangerous hasn't got those mechanics. Apart from the materials. The materials is the one that it has got. I'm going to fly it in space and try it and land where I need to be. I just think it's easier. I might have gone too far there. But I think, it's those kind of games reward patience. They reward a different way of thinking. You can tackle a problem however you want. Again, that's quite unusual for a lot of video games. Like some games promise, have the promise of you can attack a situation, in a bunch of different ways, but they fail to achieve it. Oh, what was that? Deus Ex. If anyone played Deus Ex back in the day, that was an interesting on foot kind of game, because that really did let you tackle a lot of different situations in lots of different ways how you wanted to. Oh, excuse me. I cooked spaghetti bolognese for tea, and I've eaten too much pasta and now my tummy hurts. I'm just going to loosen my belt. Sorry. It's not very good on YouTube, is it? Yeah, Deus Ex back in the day, that allowed you to tackle enemies or tactics in a lot of different ways. Things like Call of Duty, I don't think they really do. I know, like once you learn the map, that gives you an advantage. I don't know. They all feel really restricted compared to this. This is just so big. And I still think the most stunning thing is that first time you zoom out on the galaxy map and realise that you can visit every one of those stars, and each star will have planets. There's an estimated 300 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy. They've estimated the same amount of planets, which I don't quite understand, because in our solar system there are more planets than our sun. So surely the amount of planets in the galaxy must be higher than the amount of stars. But I appreciate not every star has planets, but we don't know that. We just don't know. James Webb is obviously making an amazing impact on the astrophysics, and I'm coming in steep and I'm coming in fast. Astrophysics community and our understanding of science. I'm going far too fast. Oh God. Why am I so bad at coming into a planet? Why am I so bad? And see, it punishes you. The game just punishes you. Look, I'm too far away. That's pretty though, right? That is pretty. That's pretty. That is pretty. Yeah, the game just punishes you, doesn't it? Like, it's punished me again. Like, I'm miles away from where I need to be, and travelling like that will take ages. Count 'em. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. So can I slow down and pitch down without... I want to get into the glide, really. But now I've flown past it, haven't I? No, too steep. I'm going to lose it again. Oh no, got the glide. Glide's good, glide's good. Glide's good. Gone past it, but that's okay. Not gone far past it. Pull up, pull up, pull up. 15 kilometres away from the ground. And pull up. Get some ship lights on. Not lights, sorry, night vision. Okay. Always feel like I'm going to hit the deck. Like, it's quite scary. I haven't landed on a... Well, I must have landed on a high G planet at some point. I'm sure I have. But in Distant Worlds 3, I haven't landed on a high G planet. What am I even looking for? Oh, artificial structure. That was it. That's all new. Turn the flight assist off and have a little glide around. Try not to hit things. That'll be fun. I might have to put everything to the shields to do this. I don't fly in flight assist off all the time. Like I normally fly in flight assist on. But I want to be able to do it better in flight assist off. Kind of fun. Not very smooth. Definitely put it on for a landing though. I don't know why I flew over it. Oh, for the artificial structure, that was it. I just wanted to go investigate. Now, will nasties come out and shoot me? That's always the question. This says artificial structure. I've never seen an artificial structure. I don't know what it is. Don't know what to expect. So far, though, no nasties have come out. I'm going to set down. I don't know which suit to wear. Like, I suppose I can go back to the ship, can't I, and change. I might go out in the Artemis suit. No, the Maverick suit. Because it's a man-made structure, possibly, or there might be something nasty lurking. I would probably wear the Maverick suit, which has got guns and stuff. I mean, it might be nothing, right? You might travel all that way, go through all that pain of trying to go up and down and up and down and up and down to land. There's different plants here as well, I think. Maybe the same as the other one. And then this is just not a thing. It's just not really a thing. It's nothing of interest. That happens. I have no idea. I don't know what this is. I've never seen that instance in game. What is that? Has it got any doors or anything? Oh, here we go. Knew it. Sorry, I've shut up now, because I'm concentrating on the scutters. No, not scutters, thingies. Is he behind that wall? Oh, he is. Oops. Of course, we have a turret as well. I always forget we've got a turret. But I think that is that glitched out. The stinger's glitched out there. And I think that's all of them. Taffyette. No idea what that is. Picking it up though. Platinum we'll have. Palladium we'll have. What's that? Platinum. I think I can fit one more in. I don't know what that is. But I know what that is. There was a material as well I saw. Did I get the material? Maybe I already picked the material up. Probably did it automatically. So that was interesting. Like I've never seen this structure in the game. Didn't know what to expect, and of course there were stingers and all that malarkey. So I'm just going to look, see if the plant life's any different, but I think we've already scanned those. I'm probably done with xenobiology on this, because time versus benefit is always the game, in it, in Elite. Unless there is a brand new species that I don't know about over here, then I might scoot them. No, they're the same as the other one, aren't they? Loads of them though, look. I'm also not sure whether any other games really produce gravity in the same way. Like, it's quite unusual to have gravity, like low gravity, that simulated maybe? I don't know. I can't think of other games that do that with ships on foot and, you know, all three. Oops. I must admit, this annoys me, trying to get under the... Let's just, before I jump out, let's just see if you can do big jumps, like in a suit. You can. Of course, you've got a bit of a jetpack as well, eh? Do wish you could kind of walk up the ramp to your ship. You can't. You have to go up the thing. You have to go in the blue thing over there. Although it doesn't really have loading screens, it does obviously do the transitional thing. It's a bit like a loading screen. Hey, it's a very minor whinge. How cool's that? So got some bio stuff. I'm going to nip back to Distant Suns because I don't want to miss it if it happens to move for any reason that I haven't quite worked out, because that happens. You're welcome to join me on that little journey should you wish to. Have you got any experiences of ADHD and Elite, or ADHD in real life that you'd like to share? It's quite brave for people to share that kind of stuff. You know, it's all that kind of introspective stuff, isn't it? That we're vulnerable when we share that. But I'm genuinely interested. I'd like to know whether people have other ways of thinking when they play Elite. You know, does Elite help people to calm down, relax, or do you find it frustrating? Does it wind you up? I get that as well. Like, it does wind me up quite a lot of the time. But I'd be genuinely really intrigued to know if you feel like sharing. But I do appreciate that would be quite a brave thing to do in this day and age. Right, I'm going to go back to the ship. The ship is no longer there. It's gone. Where's it gone? See, this is what happens, right? it's there. And that is still there. Okay, cool. Oh, gosh. Had a panic then. But that was a bit of fun, doing a bit of that. So thank you so much for joining. If you popped in, even if you only popped in for a few minutes, I really appreciate it. I genuinely do. If you're intrigued about Elite and you've never played it and you want to know something about it, by all means, drop me a message and I will do my best to help. If someone's got a question about how to do something, although I'm no expert at all. I'm the opposite of an expert. I struggle quite a lot. As you can probably witness by my driving of an SRV buggy and my general idiocy. Yeah, not great, am I really? You know, when it comes to like video games, it's not impressive, is it? Let's be honest. I'm going to scoop because I've got an engineered mega scoop. So I am going to scoop. Look at that, 1,000 tons a second, over 1,000 tons a second, and good thermals. It's not even getting hot. Look at that, 1,245 tons a second, and the temperature is staying at 62%. So I've engineered it. So that's my big change there. I've engineered that to grade 4 at least, possibly even grade 5. Have I? Maybe I haven't. Maybe that's just the Caspian. I can't remember. Something's changed. Something's changed. It wouldn't do that before. Like before it got hot. That is stunning. Stunning. And there's Distant Suns. So I'm not going to lose Distant Suns, hopefully. Probably won't play much tomorrow. I'm a tired bunny now. I think there's some stuff planned for tomorrow, but I haven't quite worked out what it is. It's probably on Metro Elite. I'm not doing well with Metro Elite. I think I've put it out of phase and I've just lost it. I'm really bad at stuff. I've probably broke Metro Elite on my system. I don't know how to fix it. Because I think my missions have all gone bleh. I've lost the plot. And I think it's because I tried to do a mission on the downstairs PC, which is in front of the sitting, it's in the sitting room, it's comfy. I wanted to sit on the sofa and play like a game console as opposed to like a computer. Because I like to do that sometimes. It's more chilled. And I tried to install Metro Elite on a second computer and I don't think it liked it. It came up with a message. I didn't understand the message. I haven't fixed it. So I did the Mont de la Mort expedition. I landed. I've shown you the video. That was me. I even blew myself up. But Metro Elite hasn't got the completed mission on it at all on this computer. And on the other computer it won't connect to the Elite that's on that. So I've obviously messed it up somehow. But there you go. There was no warning not to do that, was there? Anyway, there we go. So there's lovely Distant Suns. I'm going to log off after I've sold the data. So I'm going to keep you with me just in case you're intrigued. I don't think I earned much on that. Like I didn't do it like long enough, and it wasn't a first footfall. So if it was a first footfall, I would have got a lot more. Always request docking, folks. Always request docking. So I've tried to make my ship look less Star Trek. I've put stuff on it. I've got little yellow life rafts for space. I've got some prongy bits that stick out the front. I wish it was just one prongy bit, but it's two. I think it'd look better with one prongy bit rather than two. And then I've got a spoiler because all spaceships need a spoiler, obviously. Devs, why do you put spoilers on spaceships? I don't get it. I can understand it in atmosphere, maybe a little bit. So yeah, I've tried to make my Caspian look less like something out of Star Trek Voyager. I think I've semi-succeeded. I don't know. I didn't want to pay for any of the ARC stuff because I'm skint and break. So I've got some prong bits there. Look, they're good. We like them. Some prongy bits. That's technically what they're called, of course. Like I've no idea what they do. So we've got some prongy bits there. What I noticed that I've never noticed it before, is that as you fly, if you don't repair your paint, look at that, the paint gets chipped, and I'm loving it. I am loving it, and I'm not repairing it. I think that is such a cool little detail that you can have chip paint on everything. I don't know if I keep going, will it get like totally chipped? I don't know. Oh, I put some winglets on too. Look, you got to have winglets. That's there. Look, see little winglets. Woo! And some life rafts, because that'll work. I don't know what they are. They're not life rafts, are they? They can't be. And look, even the logo's got all beat up. And I'm kind of loving the fact that you're out here exploring and stuff, and it's all getting beat up and chipped and damaged, and it's just that little details like that in Elite are very, very cool. Now, if the developers do watch this at any point, I have a complaint about suspension. I would prefer it. There's the crew. Look, there's me in there somewhere. There you go. I would prefer it, quite frankly, if I'm honest. That when the ship landed, if you're in the external view, could you make it so the suspension actually absorbed the impact? Because at the moment it kind of does a rocky thing and it's all rigid, but it doesn't kind of like do a suspension-y thing. I know it's a really minor thing, but I would like that, please. Please, I would like that. So, cannot disappoint. Oh, can we do it now? No, can't do it now. Can we do it now? No, can't do it now. Why can't I do it? Oh. Yeah. So that would be cool. That would just be a little detail that would just cure my OCD. And as we've said, I'm neurodiverse, so I have issues. Everything else, perfect. Like, doesn't need changing. There'll be people watching this who play Elite and going, it's not perfect, it's rubbish, needs rebalancing, something's wrong, this ship's overpowered, that weapon's overpowered, engineering does my head in, power play's not right. I don't know. I like it, okay? So, oh, hello. Hello. Commander Phantom XT, hi. You've got emoji wheel thing somewhere. You can do emoji wheel. I don't know whether, I don't think they're in there. I think they're just paused. Xenobiology. It's not there. That's Pioneer Supplies. These are NPCs. They're just non-player characters. Terminals give you missions. That's a shipyard. You can buy ships. Only you can't. There's no ships to buy. You can outfit ships. This is where I need to be. Genomics. Go over here. Hello. I'd like to sell my organic data. Yes, please. There you go. 11,127. So not bad. It was already footfall stuff. That tells you. Okay, so yeah, it was all right for what it was. No, you're all right, dude. Thank you. I've got some other stuff to sell as well. So I've got some cartography. Can you sell that at a terminal? I'm not sure. Let's just see if you can sell that at a terminal. Redemption office. I don't think I've got anything there. No bounties. Oh, redeem all codex discoveries. So those were the phenomenon, the stellar phenomenon. That's nice. There we go. That's 112,000 credits for nothing really. Didn't really do much. Oh, have I got? Oh, I've got those things on my ship. I've got those. I forgot I picked up all that stuff on the ship, didn't I? Right, I need to go back to the ship because you can't sell that from there. You got to sell that from there, if you know what I mean. I forgot I've got all those escape pods with people in. I've left them like a dog in a car with the windows up on a hot day. I need to go and sort them out. Oh, the poor things. Now I think there's a contact. So escape pods normally you put into a search and rescue contact, I think. And I don't know whether there is one on this fleet carrier. So I'm not sure about that. Might have to fly around, go to Jack's station, maybe something like that, to do that. I need contacts. Redemption office? No, because that's the same as it was before. No. So yeah, there's no contacts here, so I need to fly off and cash that in and all that and sell anything that I've picked up as well. So I need to go to Colonia. Because that's the nearest Jack station, I think, is the only place I can realistically offload that stuff that I've just picked up, which is fine. It just means the stream's going to be a bit longer. Sorry. You're already bored to death. The people are left. But that's okay. If someone gets some joy out of it at some point, that would be great. I should explain the reason I stream and not make videos is because I've made quite a lot of videos with other stuff like airbrushing, and I've tried all sorts of stuff. RC cars. I quite like RC crawlers. There's one actually on the wall behind me. I kind of all these weird hobbies that I do, and some of them I've tried to make channels and videos and stuff, and I love doing it. I love being creative and making the videos. Like 3 people watch it ever. I don't really care. It's not. I don't do it necessarily. Like if one person found something I put out there useful once, I'd be happy. Do you know what I mean? That's the level of that's the level of pleasure I get. And if I can help one person once, I'm a happy bunny. I don't know why my hard points, right? So I don't do it for any other reason than I enjoy the process. But what I found with making videos, you know, the videos that I was making, I've done them all sorts on synthesizers, which I really like the synthesizer stuff. I found I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to write a script. I don't have the time to do the lighting, set everything up, record the audio, you know, and then edit it. I just don't have the time, and I'd love to do more of it because I enjoy it, but I'm obviously not very good at it because people don't really watch it. So then you go, well, I'm investing all the time for what reason? And the reason is to entertain me. That's fine, but that's a bit silly, really, isn't it? So I thought I would try streaming because that's different, and I don't have to edit it. And there it goes. It's just straight out there, isn't it? Let's go and see the hilarity of Jack Station. Because of Distant Worlds 3, Jack Station has a lot of traffic, and getting in and out of it has been particularly interesting. Because there's just been carnage at the letterbox, the postal flap. I don't know what else to call it. The hole, the entrance, the door. I don't know what to call it, but the slot. There you go. That's the cool name to give it. The slot. I think people call it the slot. The slot's probably the right thing to call it. That's not so bad. But anyway, the slot that allows you to get into a station like this has had some glitchy NPC stuff going on. I do hope that no real human type players have fallen victim to the busyness of the NPCs. I guess the NPCs are there to reflect the amount of traffic that's coming in and out of Jack Station because Distant Worlds people are here. So there must be, at any one time, 2,000 people online trying to get in and out of places like Jack Station. I don't think they're all instants at the same time, but I think the game reflects, the background simulation of the game reflects how busy it is, and so I think it spawns more non-player characters in bigger ships coming in and out to represent all of those players coming in and out, which is very cool, but it has led to some particularly amusing explosions in the slot. As I say, they're only amusing if they're not real people, because if you blow up your actual spaceship, you have to buy it back, don't you? And we all hate that. I've just worked for 11 million credits, and you crash your spaceship and you lose. You know, you've got to spend, I don't know, 4 million credits to get your ship back. That's your rebuy cost, your insurance, whatever it is. So that can be a bit horrific. So as I was trying to get into the slot earlier today, some bloke just exploded. NPC. I'm sure it was an NPC. I'm sure it wasn't a real human. Oh, it's a video game, so it wasn't a real human, but you know what I mean. Damn, Jack Station moves fast. Look at that. So, yep, still busy. Look, there's a bunch of ships still there. Do I try and use the auto dock, or do I try and just push in the queue? I did find pushing in the queue was more effective, to be honest. Like, you can wait quite a long time with these dudes, but of course if you're speeding and you hit another ship, like if I'm speeding and I hit a ship, I get in trouble. If I'm not speeding and I hit a ship, I don't get into trouble, but I could do damage to a real player. I think I'm just going to shoot in there though. I'm not going to wait for these dudes. Like, I'm not going to intentionally ram anyone, but... If I use the auto dock, it's going to sit in a queue. It, like, sits in a queue for, like, 5 minutes. I don't want that. I will slow down in a minute, hopefully. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Auto dock. Ah, should have turned it off. Oh, stupid thing. So now, now it's going to sit there for like however long while it lets everyone else in, probably. Or maybe not. It's cool though. Every time I watch the ship dock, it just excites me. I don't know why. Again, maybe because when I was a kid playing Elite Dangerous, it was vector graphics and you could see through them. I wanted it to look like this. This is what I wanted to see. There's a beluga liner there, look. They've been crashing into the door, like, with astonishing regularity. Another one there. Where's my ship then? Where's that gone? There it is. Hello. So let's try the old. Let's see what we got from the escape pods. The escape pods. Let's put the escape pods back in to humanity's hands. Let's rescue these poor people. Search and rescue contact, possibly. There we go. So if we offload these, we get no credits. Ah, there we go. 114,976. Well, that's all right, isn't it? There we go. Rescued some people. That feels good. What else did we do? Oh, we destroyed some of those things. We might get. Oh, I could have put them with a power contact. I didn't realise that. Ah, if I'd have done it with them, I'd have got stupid. So if I'd done it with a power contact, I would have got. It would have helped me in my grind towards Federation Admiral, which will take like 1,000,000 years. I'm not that bothered. What else did I do? I shot some scutter things. No, nothing there. Don't think I've got any combat bonds. No. Administrative contact. No. Don't got none of that. Got no fine. Black market. Do I sell stuff? No. So there's nothing else that I can do there. Well, that's okay. Can I sell this stuff that I've got? Because I've got some stuff, right? There's one. I've got beryllium. That's 40,000 credits for picking up a canister. Not bad, right? Palladium, 54,000 credits. There's 1,000,000, is it? No, 100,000. Platinum. Oh, platinum's gone down. Oh, 81,000. Not bad. Did I have anything else? Yeah, I did. I don't know what that is. Produced by planetary minding, consumed by service orbital and tourist. Tough yet. Is a rare gemstone with a purple hue used in jewellery and other crafts. I left one of those and look at the value of it, 75,000. Should have picked up the other one. Personal weapons. Can I sell those? Yes, I can. Nice. There we go. So just scooting around the planet, picking up a few things, flogging them. Great. Didn't pick anything else up. That's me. So I am done. What I really need to do is sort out some collector limpets, I think, but that's okay. I am going to go and fly back to the other ship though, because I'm worried that it leaves without me. So the last thing I'm going to do tonight, fly back to whatchamacallit, the other system, and dock with distant suns just in case. I like little thrusters, like when you see the little thrusters light up and stuff. I think that's cool. There are some beautiful details. I was watching the Mandalay when it does its boosts, and it's got a really nice little detail that I've not seen on any of the other ships. Its heat sinks kind of like do cool stuff. Oh look, there's a fleet carrier docked. It's like a service dock maybe. I couldn't work out what they were, those things. Yeah, so it's got beautiful little details. As you boost, like I'm boosting now, every time you hear that boo, that's a boost. It's got these little red bits that kind of pop out and stuff, and get rid of some of the heat from the engines. That's a really neat little detail. Haven't seen that. I haven't noticed that on any other ships. It might be on other ships, but I've never noticed it. I don't have all the ships. I've always wanted an Anaconda, and I think at the end of Distant Worlds, that's probably going to be my treat to myself. I'm going to get an Anaconda and fit it out. Probably for a bit of bounty hunting stroke piracy. I think my end game is to become a pirate. I never felt confident enough to be a pirate, but I think when I've got enough money, credits, ranks, whatever, I think piracy. Not PvP piracy. I'm not like that. Damn, that's a fast fuel scoop. Yeah, I'm not going to boost for that. It's a bit close, isn't it? So if people did drop in tonight, I'm really grateful. If people watch this in the future and you enjoy it, that's great. Of course, Distant Suns won't be on forever, so I don't know. Maybe I'll take this down when Distant Suns 3 is over. I'll leave it up for a year or two, I'm sure. All the hype will have died down by then, of course. It'll be a memory, a distant memory, like Distant Suns. But the friendships that people are getting on the way, I hope my experience today has been repeated, 8,000 times. There's 8,000 players. If they're all making friends, that's a very cool thing. And again, unusual for a video game. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And the conversation I had today was fantastic. It was so nice to chat to someone, just to hear about stuff, talk a bit about Elite, of course, and Distant Worlds and ships and stuff. It was cool. It was really, really cool. And I hope lots of other people are having similar experiences. I'm pretty sure they are. Every time I go onto the Discord server, I'm seeing people that, like me, have done stuff for the first time and are just buzzing off it. Mont Lamort, the Death Planet, certainly got people very excited. I think because of the jeopardy, the risk factor. People were really buzzing off that. And it was the first time I'd done it as well. I was buzzing off it. It was super cool. Super cool to see just everyone's experiences and their screenshots and their videos. And there's videos up on YouTube about how to land on Mont de la Mort, sorry. It's just amazing, really. And I'm realising how little of this game I've played, I've played it for 9 years on a console and I feel like a noob. So you play a game for 9 years and you feel like a noob. How mad is that? What other video game does that? I wanted to see if I could sneak over here and look at that bloke's ship. Or lady's ship. I say bloke, that was very sexist of me. What we got there? What's that? I think that's a Mandalay. Yeah, it's a Mandalay. That's a nice paint job though. Look at that. Look at that paint job. Ooh, that's nice. He's got his Distant Worlds badge, 3305. So he was on Distant, or she, Distant Worlds 3. Sorry, 2. Sorry. I'm really excited about this because I hadn't really twigged. I was thinking in my head yesterday, wouldn't it be cool if there was a badge awarded for your ship after you complete Distant Worlds? And it looks like there might be, but there was for Distant Worlds 2. I really hope there is for Distant Worlds 3. So this is a long-serving pilot commander. Are they elite? Is that elite? I think that's elite. I don't have an elite rank in anything. But I think that's an elite rank there. So if this is your ship and you recognise your ship, that's cool. That's a very cool ship. How do I go down? I can never do this. There we go. And it's a Mandalay. We like a Mandalay. It's a really nice paint job. Oh, there you go. We've got the name on the ship. Ratanapur. Ratanapur. So Ratanapur, although you're alleged with the Alliance, I think. Sucks, man. Not so keen on that. Got a bit of tribalism, haven't you? Bit of tribalism in the stupid game. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me. Had a right old ramble tonight. Hopefully someone got some use or some interest out of that, but God only knows. It's been an absolute pleasure to hopefully entertain one person or two people, always. Thank you so much for dropping in. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you masses of peace and calm. I'm sorry for my slight technical difficulties and my lateness. And I hope you're in a peaceful place, that you're safe, that your family and friends are safe. And I wish you well. So this is Commander Golgafunking. Can't even say my own name. Someone asked me why it's called Golgafunking. And I can't remember, but I think in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the very last book, there's a planet where they send some people to colonize, and they're hairdressers, solicitors, journalists, a couple of other kind of groups of people. And I'm sure they were called, it was the planet Golgafunkin, or they were called the Golgafunkians. I might be wrong, because it's a long time since I read all of Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, including the restaurant at the end of the universe, and So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. But I think that's where the name came from. Anyway,